Hello, my fellow fans of Dungeons & Dragons, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. Now, last time, we made our way to Ragpicker Square. We picked a fight with a group that I couldn't handle, and so I ended up dying.
Alright.
But instead of ending up in the mortuary, we are now in this place, which is the seamstress's house. And there's a couple of things to look at. I already rooted around in her barrels for stuff. I got one curative item. So let's talk to the seamstress, Marta. You see a blockish woman dressed in heavy burlap robe. She lumbers about the room, her joints popping as she bends over to pick up objects from the various tables. Her hair is bound back from her head with a bone hairpin. Excuse me, and she has a sour, curd-faced expression. She is mumbling to herself in a sing-song voice. Greetings. The woman doesn't appear to hear you. Instead, she stumbles back to one of the long tables and begins picking at one of the corpses. Come on, now, she clicks her teeth. Don't be all difficult on Marta. He's been difficult, isn't he, Marta? Yes, he is. Watch what she's doing. From what you can see, it looks like she's digging teeth out of the corpse's mouth, with only her hands and fingernails. When that doesn't work, she pulls out a splintered wooden chisel and a mallet and thwacks at the gums until the tooth snaps free, then puts it into a bag at her waist. What are you doing? Marta leaps away from the corpse, startled, and gives a piercing shriek. Ah! She catches her breath and hisses angrily at the corpse on the table. If dead you were not, you might have said something earlier, false corpse. Nasty corpse, yes. Have some you no shame? We could throw our voice and pretend that we're the corpse that she's working on, but I like being honest. I'm the one who spoke, not the corpse. Marta squints and turns. How's you get over there so fastest? She mumbles to herself. Marta, how did she do that? No glimmer, no glimmer. This great bait's blind and near deaf. Marta is still mumbling to herself something about corpses and gratitude, which you don't catch. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
Marta did. This one's asking whose I was. He did. She starts humming. Nobody but mine. I am Marta, Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. Marta the seamstress. She turns away, back to the corpse, singing her name to herself. And what are you doing? Marta turns back to the corpse with a huff. I'm trying to get this Burke to give up his stitches and his teethies, and he isn't recuperating. No. She wags her finger as if lecturing a small child. Stubborn as stone, isn't he, Marta? She pouts. Yes, he is. Stitchies and teethies. What are you talking about? Gotta pull the stitches out, the teethies, Marta? Perhaps you could give me a hand. I have been giving you a hand, old Betty. No needs to take that tone with me. Pulling out the stitchies and teethies, yes, and the thingies inside. Thingies inside? I think she means the organs. I hope she means the organs. Thingies. Mort turns to Marta. Yes, thingies. He then turns to you. It's all semantics. Why are you pulling out the corpse's teeth and stitches?
Updated my journal.
Put him aside, Marta. That's what I does here. She scratches her head. Aye, Marta, we do. Stitchy thread and teethies are precious, can be turned into jink. Strip the corpses we bring you, they tell Marta. Pull out teethies, stitchies, thingies inside the corpse, strip 'em cold, and then we'll sell 'em to the dusties. Who tells you to do this? Fat-faced gimme pig Quint and the other crotch hobble. Hobble crotch, fair odd. Isn't that right, Marta? She gives a queer smile and nods. Aye, it is Marta. Verd, where is he? Marta shrugs. Where's Ferret? This one asks. He's here, Marta, isn't he? She nods. Aye, Ferret is here, Marta. One of the buildings here he is. What do they do with the things you dig out of the corpses? Sell for shinies. I see. Can I ask you some other questions? Did the one say questions, Marta? Marta blinks, then frowns. Aye, Marta, he said such, for he wears the asking look on him. He does. Now, this one is a little weird, but I think we've been told that we've hidden something in our body, so can you dig in my body to find anything? Marta squints it. Then nods. Marta can do that, can't you, Marta? Yes, you can. I am not gonna watch this. Where? Marta is studying you as if looking for the best place to crack you open. Let's try the stomach, shall we? You lie upon the table, and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. There is a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen and cuts brutally downwards in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in morbid fascination as she lifts up your stomach. Continue watching. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing found, eh, Marta? She shakes her head. No, nothing. Marta, no luck. Should we try again? Okay, so nothing in the stomach. How about my rib cage? And you lie upon the table, and Marta stands over you, a chisel and mallet at the ready. There's a sharp crack as she splits your rib cage open, and you choke back your screams as she begins to fish in your lungs. As you try and gasp for air, you go numb, then black out from the pain. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing found, eh, Marta? She shakes her head. No, nothing, Marta. No luck. Should we try again? Check the intestines. Anything could be lodged in there. And once again, I lie upon the table, and Marta stands over me, a rusty knife at the ready. There's a stabbing pain as she slices into your abdomen, then cuts brutally downwards in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in silent, morbid fascination as she plunders your organs, humming to herself. Ah! There's a wrenching pain as Marta lifts up the ropey mass of your intestines, blood and other fluids streaming from it. Look at this! Marta, look at this! I see. Cut there. Marta makes a small, deft incision on the side of one of the intestines, and you hear a ting as something small and metallic strikes the floor.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Marta then dumps the soupy mass back into your torso, then reaches down, picks up the object. A ring, it appears, and she flicks it to you. Pretty, eh, Marta? She nods. Yes, Marta. One shouldn't swallow such a thing. Oh, no. Thanks. Was there anything else? Marta shakes her head. Nothing more, nothing, eh, Marta? Should we try someplace else, Marta? Well, there is one more thing we can try. Crack open my skull, if you would. You lie upon the table. Last thing you see is Marta standing over you, chisel and mallet at the ready. There's a sharp crack as you scream. And you scream as everything goes black.
Updated my journal.
Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you. She didn't find anything, so... should we try again? No. I had some other question. No. Yeah, let's check, see if there's any more questions. This is a place we can rest. We can buy some needle and thread from her, and no questions. I must take my leave. Farewell.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased.
Okay, now let's go into inventory. I want to move some stuff over. Put this here. Okay. So now that I've got that, I can pick up this, which has a twisted ring and a testance. And check out the twisted ring. It's +1 to armor class. This ring looks like 3 rings that have been wrapped around each other. Just looking at it makes you dizzy. Well, let's equip that. Hooray, my armor class is now 9. And in this game, the lower your armor class, the better. That's something they changed in 3rd edition D&D. But again, this uses the 2nd edition rule set. So, and then we head into this underground town. Now, one of the more difficult things here is recognizing the certain things that can be searched. Because a lot of these boxes look like they can be searched, but you just kind of gotta wave your mouse over them until you find it. And then if you go in this direction, this leads back out into the tunnels, but we don't really want to go out there just yet. Because now we know Ferret is somewhere in this village, in a certain building. Okay, so that's not the building. That's a dragon. It's Marta's house. That's the Leatherhead's home.
I'm gone.
Oh, we got thugs.
Die.
More.
Sure.
Let that one get away just because they're hitting the double teaming on more. Okay. Come on, Nameless. Get within combat range. Alright, this hammer does not appear to be doing a whole lot of anything, so I'm going to equip the dagger. See if maybe I can get some better hits in with that. Alright. Now we still got one thug just kind of running around the map. Pick him off when we see him.
Alright.
Okay. There's a box here on the ground. And I think after today's episode, I'm going to head back out to the store and grab some items. Or at least sell off some of these items, because my inventories are going to get really full here soon. Okay, well, here's a building. It's a buried villager. Does she have anything to search and steal? Ooh, she does. Okay, nothing in there. Some coppers. Aha! I'm sure they need this more than you! Okay, they're all buried villagers, so none of them are going to have anything super important to talk about. Oh, 20 commons.
Alright.
45 commons. Yeah, we'll take that. I am going to have to arrest Dakin, or else he is going to probably die at some point. Okay, I've got a fingerprint charm. Just move all these weapons over to Dakin. I think this can work with Mort 2. So we'll put one there. Okay. That was just a house. That was just a house. Alright, so
Done.
this leads into a dungeon, a further down dungeon. We'll be going there eventually. Oh, I forgot Mort
Done.
leveled up, I believe. Yep, I'm just gonna toss the room real quick, make sure there's nothing else here. Nope, okay, goodbye. Actually, I forgot to see if that dude had a name. I'm sorry. Nope, no name. Goodbye. Okay, there was a named building right here. I think. Yep, okay. I just need to get in somehow. There's the door. Okay, just check this. Ah, there's a named NPC. We'll talk to him soon.
Alright.
Okay, there's Ojo. And this small candle is giving off an anemic light. Doesn't look like there's really anything else in here. So, let's talk to Ojo. You see a burly man with a slack jaw. The spark of intelligence is, in his eyes, little more than a brief flare. Who are you? He blinks at you. Point at him. Who are you? Ojo. Okay, Ojo, I had some questions for you. Ojo just stares. What are you doing? Ojo talk. He stops abruptly and begins massaging his hand. Examine his hand. There's a small, inflamed scab on his skin. As you watch, he peels the scab away again. What happened to your hand? Bit. Who bit you, Ojo? Ojo looks toward one of the walls and then turns back to you, eyes narrowed, in the corner of his mouth twitching. Who you? Who leave? I just wanted to ask you some more questions, Ojo. No, you leave. He is becoming agitated. Just a few more questions. He stumbles over to the corner and sinks into it, turning himself away from you. No amount of cajoling will convince him to look at you or respond. Farewell, then. Okay, this wall looks like it is ready to collapse at any moment. The stones are loose, and it is riddled with holes. Okay, I think there is a cranium rat somewhere in here. Since he looked at one of the walls, I assume there's an interaction point. I'm so happy when D&D games continued to get made. They gave you the ability to pull out the hotspots by pressing like the tab button. Looks like it's pretty much nothing here. These rags look like they've been chewed on. And we can't change the isometric
Alright.
view, so I can't like look at these other walls.
Done.
Okay, so the hint that something came from the wall might be from outside too, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll have to figure out what I'm supposed to do there, because unlike Neverwinter Nights, I'm not quite as familiar with the ins and outs of this game.
I'm gone.
So I don't know where everything is at any daggers. I don't know where everything is specifically, so okay, so 1 to 4 piercing. Nah. What's this dagger doing? 2 to 5 piercing? Okay. I really want... Okay, that's Thaco plus 1. Ah, okay. So this is probably our best weapon, because it gives me a bonus to hit. Okay. Alright, that is where I need to go next, but I want to check and make sure there aren't any other little houses. There we go. Ah, Quint. You see a short, fat-faced man who is covered in filth and grime. He smells bad, and his teeth are rotten. He wheezes as he looks you up and down and says, "I'm Quint. You new?" "Yes." He looks at you suspiciously. "You selling or trading, eh?" "Trading." His eyes narrow even further. "Dealing, eh? With me? Or with everybody? Or which?" "With you." "Just me? Me, heh?" "Yes, just with you." "That's so. Let's deal." "All right. Well, anything you're interested in." "Anything interesting, eh?" He smiles. "You were looking for something." "A journal." "A journal, eh? Gold leaf, maybe?" "I don't know." "Nor me." "Let's talk trades then." Alright, so he is a trader, which is good, because I want to sell stuff. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's got some stuff. Some interesting stuff, too. Okay. So, we will sell that. We want to keep the cranium rat tail. Tarnished silver bright. I'm not sure if that's something I want to sell, but the silver earrings, I'm pretty sure I can. Go to Mort, dirty rat, cranium rat charm. All the stuff that's basically just copper. And all of this. Okay, now we've got a bit of copper on us. Divine Sensor. When lit, the sensor has the power to entice the soul back of a recently departed. Unfortunately, there is only a limited amount of incest left in it. Okay, so that lets us raise dead. I can already do that. Angle less I. +1 to armor class versus missile attacks, -1 to armor class versus crushing attacks, plus 10% to detect trap skill bonus. Thaco +1. At first glance, this glass eye seems a poor replacement for a real one. However, when inserted into an empty eye socket facing inwards, its power awakens. Although the eye dulls the wearer to colors in sight, it increases his awareness of angles and shapes, giving the wearer greater accuracy with weapons and giving him a greater chance of dodging incoming missile attacks. Furthermore, mechanical traps stand out to the wearer's vision, making it easier to spot and disarm them. The user becomes more vulnerable to crushing attacks, however. Some of the fragility of the glass eye seems to transfer to the wearer. So, this gives me a +1 to Thaco, and really an additional +1 to my armor class against missile attacks. You know what? I'm gonna buy this. Not that. Okay, and the shamanic rod. Ooh, this is a rod of magic missile, it looks like. Limited number of times, so that's actually pretty sweet. I'm not sure how many charges it has, and I don't think I have anybody that can use it anyways. Oh, he can use the shamanic rod. Good to know. Okay. What's the green steel knife? Nope. Iron knuckles. Nope. Not good enough. And not good enough. Okay, so I think I've gotten rid of everything I needed to. We've bought some interesting things. I am going to replace my eye with the angle-less eye. And this is your eye. It looks like it's seen better days. And these are my guts. This ropey mass of bloody intestines appears to be yours. You have to admit, it makes you uncomfortable to see them outside your body. Alright, so with that, guys, there's a number of dents and scratches on it. It doesn't look old, but it looks as if it has seen a lot of use despite its appearance. It might be old. Okay, so this is just an item I can sell. So, alright, guys, and I think with that... Well, we'll just take his coppers. Okay, finally. With that, we'll go ahead and call this an episode. So, thank you guys for joining me, as always, and I'll see you next time on Planescape Torment. See you then.